What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, I'm going to be letting you guys know when the slime collab is going to be coming to global and what the banners actually look like on KR/JP, and to let you guys know if you should be summoning or not. So this is going to be a mixture of a video kind of talking about should you be summoning and also when the date for the banner will be dropping. So let's hop into the video. Before we actually hop into the video, make sure to subscribe to your boy Amazing. We are on the road to 20k subscribers, man. We recently just hit 19k subscribers, so it's been you guys been showing a ton of support, man. It's crazy. So only 1k away. We're pushing for that 20k, man. And yeah, let's hop into the video. Alright, so this is the banner on my KR account for the slime collab. So we have the brand new Demon Lord Rimuru, and then we also have Shuna as well. So if you go to the SSR list right here, this is going to be the SSR list for the banner and the characters that are available. So you have Demon Lord Rimuru being green character, and he's 0.5%, and then Shuna is going to be 0.5% as well, out of the total of 3% SSR, with the rest of the characters being unfeatured. So when will the banner be dropping on global? The banner will be dropping on global in about 2 weeks from now. So the day of today is, let me just pull up my calendar, right? Let's just clear all that. Let me just pull up my freaking thing. Okay, so for the date today, it is the 28th, right? So we usually get updates on Tuesday for global. So if we were to go into May, right, the time frame that we would actually get slime would be on the 10th of May. So like that's literally 2 weeks from now. So starting from Tuesday, that's usually when we get our updates. So the 26th to the 3rd of May will be a dead week. So the 3rd of May will be a dead week, and then the following week after that is going to be the slime collab. So with that being said, should you guys be summoning on the banner for all you global players, and for any JP/KR player that's already playing the game, if they want to know if they should be summoning on the banner. So as I explained already, you know, with these two characters being raid up and the rest of the characters being unfeatured, the odds of you getting the old slime characters, if you also want to chase them as well, is not going to be as crazy, because you have, you know, Rimuru here at 0.2%, Milim at 0.2%, and then Benimar at 0.2% as well. I would have liked if they did a little bit of a rate up for them, like how the Tarmiel banner did for the Archangels, because that actually would have been a really cool way for them to, you know, at least help people get these older characters, because the only way you're actually going to be able to get these characters is if you go to the pity, because the pity is going to be able to get them that way, unless you obviously pull them on the way. So if you want all the slime characters, it's going to be very tough to get, but if you're only chasing like Demon Lord Rimuru and Shuna, then it's not a bad banner to summon on, honestly. It's definitely, like, you know, it's a once in a lifetime type of thing, you know, with these collab banners. You know, they come around, and especially with this being the first rerun for slime, we don't know if we're gonna get reruns in the future. So obviously, if you like these characters, if you love slime, you don't need me to tell you to summon or not. You're just gonna be summoning on the banner regardless. But for people that want to think about meta and if the characters are worth summoning for, I've already kind of gotten a gist of what each of the characters do. So I'm gonna pull up GC database and we're gonna talk about it as well. Alright, so let's actually talk about the new characters that came with the banner. So this is going to be Rimuru Tempest right here, the Demon Lord Rimuru. So this is on GC database, by the way. Shout out to GC database. For the first skill here, we have inflict pierce damage equal to 500% of attack on one enemy, single target pierce, and that's going to coincide with his passive when we get to that. His second skill is going to be infect AoE, so starting at 110% with 1 turn to 280% at 2 turns, which is really good. And then for his ultimate here, he's going to have the same ult as the Small Wing Festival King. So he's going to have Abyss AoE, which is actually a really strong ultimate when you get it duped up a ton. So moving on to the passive here for Demon Lord Rimuru. At the start of the ally's turn, increases hero's basic stats by 8% and remove 1 buff from each of the enemies. For each buff removed, increases the hero's basic stats by 8%. When it's at a max stack, the following effect will activate once. For 3 turns, increases the hero's pierce rate by 130%, and the overall effect of the buffs can stack up to 5 times, so you can get about 40% basic stats on top of the 130% pierce once you hit the max. So that's really good right there in terms of buffing Rimuru himself and giving him the damage that he needs, because overall when you get to see his stats, you're going to see how crazy it gets to be. So this is going to be at level 1 base stats, so this is before Super Awakening, by the way. He already has 35 pierce, so this is like without the Super Awakening. I assume with Super Awakening it'll probably go up to like, what, like 80 probably, you know, something crazy like that. And then on top of the 130 you get and, you know, like pierce, tripling your pierce. You're gonna be at like 600 pierce when you do one of these attacks, which is kind of crazy, man. So overall, Demon Lord Rimuru, he looks like a really strong character and can definitely be used for sure. Do I think he's gonna be a long-term meta character? Probably not long-term like meta per se. He definitely is one of those characters that can you know, fight even with like depending on the team. Obviously you can obviously change up the team, but he can basically be run on like a ton of teams. He's not limited to, you know, being put on like a Pierce team or anything like that. He definitely has options because he increases Pierce rate himself by so much. So yeah, Rimuru is definitely a really good character. I just don't know if he's gonna last the test of time. We'll have to see. But moving on to Shuna here. So Shuna is gonna be the other character that came with the collab that's brand new. So let's go over her skills and then we'll go over her passive and talk about her. Oh, I completely forgot about Rimuru's Holy Relic. Actually, I don't think GC Database has it, but it gives him an extra 80% Pierce, by the way. So I'll add that, an extra 80% Pierce on top of that. So you have base stat, let's say it's like 80 plus 80, that's 160 plus 130, and then triple that with Pierce single target, by the way. So pretty crazy. Moving on to Shuna here. So Shuna's first skill is going to be the same stun card as Goddess Elizabeth. So at the rank 3, it's going to cancel stances on one enemy and inflict damage equal to 250% of attack and stuns for 2 turns. It's a really good skill. You know, obviously stun lets you still apply debuffs on the enemy while they're, you know, not able to do anything on the field, which I think is a lot stronger than Petrify, where, you know, when you petrify someone, they can only be petrified. So that's definitely a really good skill right there. And then the second skill here is going to be the rejuvenate skill, which rejuvenate actually adds an additional recovery equal to 60% of the recovered HP at the start of every turn, but it's only going to last 1 turn here, or 3 turns I should say. So I think this one is 1 turn and this is 3 turns. I think GC Database got it messed up a bit, but yeah, that's the rank 3 of the heal card that she has right there. Moving on to her ultimate here. Her ultimate's going to be the same as Red Gother, Green Gother. You guys know that. The AoE gauge reduction, so 350% of attack to, I think it's not 450, I think it's 525% of attack. So this is a little bit wrong there. But yeah, and then the passive skill here, it's going to be decreases the damage received by unknown race allies. I don't think it's by 350%. I think the actual amount is like 20%. So the damage reduction you get is 20. GC Database, I don't think has gotten all the skill translations correct, but the damage received is you know, reduced only by 20% there. So Shuna is not going to be, you know, the best, you know, passive character in the world, but she's definitely there to, you know, get the job done. For a Holy Relic, by the way, I don't have it on the you know, the website here for GC Database, but the Holy Relic, basically when you cleanse a debuff, it's gonna apply a pierce rate buff of 20% on your team, and also basically every time you use a heal skill, cleanse the debuffs, which is, I think is really strong, right? So yeah, overall Shuna's stats at level 1 as well are pretty good. Obviously Super Awakening is going to scale it up, but I don't know the exact, like, you know, stat spread that she has after Super Awakening, but it's still really good, right? And then, you know, I guess we could go over the old slime characters, but it won't really be like a good showing, right? Because they did get buffs. So I don't know if the buffs were applied. Yeah, I don't think the buffs were applied to their stats, but they did actually get re-released as well with the banner. So I'll kind of just go really quickly through the rest of the slime characters here. So we got Rimuru. He's got Rupture Single Target. His passive here is increasing defense related stats by 8% if the start of the next turn, if the hero takes damage up to 5 times. So he's gonna get up to 40% defense related stats, right? And then Rimuru here is also gonna have a really, I think his stance card actually did get buffed. So now it actually taunts on rank 1 and applies the actual buff, debuff immunity, and taunt. So it's not the old one where it was like a stance debuff immunity. It's actually debuff immunity now, and I think that's a really good you know, effect right there. So yeah, that scales up. And then he has single target, same ult actually as I think it's green Meliodas, like the Captain Meliodas. It's the same as that because it's cancel busting stances and stun single target. So yeah, that's gonna be Rimuru. I don't recall this Holy Relic off the top of my head, but I don't think it was anything too crazy. But Rimuru is again the free character, and all the Holy Relics are going to be free as well with the collab.
Dot Reaction is the best editing on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Hold on.
So you'll be able to get Rimuru and his Holy Relic for sure. But moving on, let's talk about Milim here. So Milim actually did get buffed as well. A few things being her stats and also her card set here. So I think actually no, GC database has applied the stat buffs because I see the 40% pierce on Milim now because she used to have 0. So yeah, that's pretty good. But let's talk about Milim's kit real quick. She has spike single target, so double damage on crits, which is really strong. And then they buffed her AoE card here, if I'm not mistaken. So it goes from rank 1 disabling ultimate moves and then depleting ultimate move gauge as well. So it's kind of like how do I explain it? It's kind of like the dissolve effect, right? But you're doing damage with it as well. So you disable ultimate moves and apply dissolve. And then the second skill here is you do the same thing but for 1 turn, a little bit more damage. And then rank 3 is going to be AoE, and it's gonna, you know, do it for 2 turns as well. So that's really strong. And then for her passives, it increases crit damage by 8% for per hero skill use, and then a limit up to 10 times. From what I recall, Milim's passive was like it was like a whole paragraph explaining, like, you know, she gets 30% healing at the end of the turn. You know, I think she gets like a lot of, I forgot exactly what it was, man, off the top of my head. But yeah, no, it's fine. But yeah, like regardless, you'll like, if you do have a Milim and you are in the collab, you'll probably be able to get the Holy Relic anyway because it is free. So yeah, you don't really have to worry about not knowing what the Holy Relic does. So you guys are probably gonna get the Holy Relic regardless. But moving on to Benimaru here, I actually do remember what his Holy Relic is. His Holy Relic is actually deals I think it's like 20% more attack related stats, and then also has 20% damage reduction based on the damage he dealt. So that's pretty good right there. But this is Benimaru right here, and this is going to be a skill. So he has weak point single target, which he didn't actually touch as the same skill. For his second skill here, it's going to be decreasing defense related stats of all enemies. So I think they kept that as well. His ultimate is going to be the same ultimate as like I think regular Lilia, but single target. I know there's another character that has this ult, but I can't think off the top of my head. But there's definitely another character that has that skill. And then the passive here is going to be increases damage dealt by 3% per hero skill used up to 10 times for the passive there. So all these characters, you know, they're going to be unfeatured on the banner, as I explained. You know, if you go to the banner and you check their actual raids, you can see that these 3 that I just talked about are unfeatured. So if you are chasing them, it's only going to be really on the pity where you're going to be able to get them. So long, like, you know, if you're going for all 3 of the unfeatured ones, good luck, man. It's gonna be probably hard to get, but I mean, if you can pull it off, good job. And yeah, that's basically it for the video, man. I kind of just wanted to talk about the banner and let you guys know when it's coming to global. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.